and then my head starts itching as usual. All right, everybody's live there. Is my beard okay? Is it okay?
Yeah, looks
Is
good.
it okay? All right. Hey there, everybody. How y'all doing? This is another around 30 minutes. Gonna wait for some people. Hopefully, some people are gonna watch this. I don't know. Maybe they don't want. They just don't want to watch me. They want to watch my guest, who I have a very special guest. I've known for a little bit. He's next to me. He's actually on the next state over to me in Oklahoma, and I'm really excited that he was took the time out of his busy schedule to come chit chat with me. So I have Mr. Crimson Raptors on with me today. How are you doing, fella?
I am doing great, Deluxe. How are you doing today?
I'm, we like I said, we've been talking a little bit before the show. I'm good. I'm pretty good. I really want to find that 2-pack Seeker set, but I can't find it, so I picked up some other stuff today. But other than that, I'm fine, fella. I'm pretty good.
See, we
Pretty
got we
good.
got lucky with getting some Earthrise stuff kind of early here, but now we're
hmm
back to the normal being the last ones to get stuff.
of nothing anywhere at all. Yeah, we had like I said, I picked up a couple things. I mean, it's actually stocked pretty good. I mean, it's got a lot. Studio Series, Earthrise, Cyberverse, everything. Everything is stocked and everything. And they even got the end caps on Target. That's some new stuff. Some new Earthrise. They got Prime and
Hmm.
Astro Train, everything, Shockwave from Studio Series. But it's just stuff I've already had. So I just want that 2-pack. They had the little sticker for it, but they just didn't have them. And I had them check the back, and they're not here. I'm like, yeah, whatever. Anyways,
Yeah, see, I got the Decepticon clone pack from I think the
ooh,
Chosen Prime or something
did
had
you?
them.
You and
They're
Kato, or
sitting in my roller stash.
do you and Kato order at the same time or something? Do y'all get together and Kato's in the thing also as well? But do y'all like order together? Like say, hey,
Maybe,
we're gonna order this. That's what I thought. Like,
maybe.
hey, what you ordering, Kato? Okay, I'm gonna order it too. All right, we're gonna be
Well, we
bestest buddies.
well we at first we would do that like hey here look at this picture and we're just like dude the picture does us nothing you need to give us a link so then we started linking each other and then it started working out.
Yeah, nice, very nice. Everybody, I want to thank everybody for coming in. Got a couple of people in there. Thank you so much for dropping in. I really appreciate that. So, I already introduced this man, Christian Raptors. Like I said, he's a really good dude. I'm also going to put his link to his channel. It's not there right now, but I'm going to put it there in the description. So definitely go check him out. Go sub, watch his stuff and everything. I don't know if you got a lot of stuff. He just did a live thing with Gigapower Grimlock, I think last weekend.
Hmm.
But definitely go check out his stuff, man. He's really good, and I'll put that link in after the show and everything. So, as always, my first question is, where are you at in collecting? That means, like, are you collecting a certain character? Are you collecting certain lines? Are you, mix mashing everything, all that stuff? Just where are you at in collecting, and what do you like to collect?
so so for one thing is like I do collect a lot of different lines. It's not just Transformers.
Okay,
But
nice.
I will say for Transformers itself, I do have some masterpiece. I got MP10, I got Ultra Magnus, I got the X Transbot Apollyon
Mhm.
that I've never displayed because it just after everybody broke them, I was just like, well, you know what? I'm just gonna leave it in the box.
Yeah.
And but like, and then I got Hoodlum, Fan Toys Hoodlum, because that's a really good looking hot rod.
Mhm.
But a lot of my collection has kind of gone toward generations now.
Okay.
And Siege, see, here's the thing: like Combiner Wars and Power of the Primes and Titans Return, like they had the characters I wanted. Like
hmm
all these years, they finally started making the characters I wanted, but not in the quality that I wanted them. So when Siege came out, I was very skeptical. I actually saw your video when you did the news for the
Oh.
SDCC,
Oh,
and
okay.
I was just like, man, these look good. That whole diorama that looks really nice, but I'm like,
Yeah.
is this going to be good quality?
hmm
And I when I saw Optimus Prime and Megatron in the store, I was just like, dude, I'm all in,
yeah.
100%.
Yeah.
Collected everything of Siege. Only thing I have left now is Omega Supreme and the Rat Bat Frumble Renzi
Yeah, I don't
pack.
have him either. I can't find him. Mm,
Never showed up here. Never showed
yep.
up here.
Me neither.
A bunch of
I,
people have them for like $80 online though.
I think eBay has some. There's a couple I looked on. I may get them from. There's a couple on eBay that for the retail price. I think so. Everything. But yeah, Omega's really good. I think I had to agree with you. I did like Tide Returns. I thought Tide Returns was a good. Now Combiner Wars, it was fine. Power of the Primes was not that great. I didn't like most of that line. But I did like Tyrant Returns. I love that they gave us, target masters, but they were considered headmasters. It was kind of weird, but they gave
Right.
us the characters. But yeah, they're not. yeah, Siege and Earthrise has, kicked it up a notch on the quality and the paint, and the articulation and everything. And that's really good. I mean, I like
Well,
it pretty
I
cool.
think a lot of it has to do with, like, I mean, of course, I've gone back now with Siege. I've gone back and gotten a lot of those Titan Returns and Power of the Prime figures and Combiner Wars, like the Devastator and everything. Like, so it actually made me go back and buy the old stuff.
Oh,
I will
okay.
tell you, the Protectobots are like really hard to get. I don't know why.
For
Those are the
Combiner Wars?
hardest ones to complete. Yeah, Combiner
Oh,
Wars.
really? I sold mine. Well, I mean, they had that, they gave you Alpha Bravo, or no, wasn't Alpha Bravo, but they gave you,
Yeah.
was it Rook?
Yeah,
Was
there
Rook
was
in there?
Rook, right, and
Yeah.
then Aerobots had Alpha Bravo. The
Yeah. I love
Constructicons
Alpha
had
Bravo.
Off Road. Yeah, I remember.
Yeah.
Don't you remember that G1 episode where they were like
Oh,
fighting
what?
against Energon cubes and ended up in that space
Exactly.
bridge accident?
Exactly.
That was
Dude, I
crazy.
sold. I sold. The only ones I liked to combine awards. I like Bruticus and Superion. Man, I sold Defensor, man, because I made fun of him on Shattercast a long time ago. He looks like that guy from the Adams Family or something like that. You ring and just like he just looked really just goofy. I sold him and another one. Oh, Minosaur. Minosaur was trash. I didn't like Minosaur. Combine awards,
Yeah.
but
Well, see,
Bruticus was good.
if you watch the original commercial with I think John Warden was holding Minosaur, and he's holding him really awkwardly, like he's holding the legs together. Now I love John Warden; he's a great thing with the Transformers,
Yeah.
the project manager and everything. But he's holding Minosaur, and you can see the legs shaking a little bit. It
Yeah,
was going to be bad the moment it left the factory.
it was all bad. It was all bad. I mean, I remember when they first showed Superion and Minosaur, and we talked about this on Sharecast. I
Hmm.
I really thought they were knockoffs, to be honest, and everybody else thought that no, they're legit and everything. And we was talking about they was making fun of me because I really thought they were knockoffs, but no, they were really Hasbro products. I'm like, I mean, because I'm always defending Hasbro. I'm defending Transformers all the
Yeah.
time, and I just couldn't defend those. I'm just like, oh god. I was like, come on
Well,
now.
hail Hasbro reviews. See.
Yeah, exactly. But I do love. I still have Superion and Bruticus. I think they're really good sets and everything. So that's pretty good. So all right, awesome, awesome. So number two question is, if you could have one superpower, what would that be?
So I know like flight is always a thing. I know that like invisibility is always a thing. But if for me, I'd want like the ability to stop time. And
Ah,
I mean
okay,
like everywhere it
okay.
stops, right? But oxygen still flows, but I don't age. Like I'm just walking around with,
Ah,
like almost like an Alita 1 kind of thing, but not quite.
another pervert thing. Last week was a pervert thing too. Now
No,
you're being a
like
pervert too.
say for example, you're walking around and like you just want to sleep on the highway. You sleep on the highway, and
No,
like
no, nobody ever says that. Nobody's ever said, "Hey, I just want to go sleep on the highway. That looks really comfy. That hard asphalt looks so enticing. Mm, I'm going to stop
but
time and I'm going to sleep on the highway. Come on now. You're killing me, dude.
that's what makes me unique, right?
It makes you something. I don't know about unique, but it makes you something. But
But no,
it's a
that
cool
I think
power. That would be a cool power. I had to give you that.
yeah.
Man, that'd be pretty cool. But it's kind of pervert too. But whatever.
Well, it could definitely be used for evil for sure.
Oh, definitely. Well, heck yeah. People will be putting people in different, angles and everything. Weird. All right, cool. But that's pretty cool. That's a cool superpower. So hit me up in the comments. Anybody would like to have that superpower and actually want to go sleep on the highway? Yeah, put it there and let me see what that says. All right, awesome. So, what is your favorite non-transforming movie of all time? Just pick one. I know there's tons, and that's a hard question to kind of narrow it down to. But what is one movie that you can watch and you'll never get sick of?
So my favorite movie of all time is Tora Tora Tora, and it's kind of a
Okay.
documentary of the attack on Pearl Harbor. I'm a big
Okay.
World War II buff,
Okay.
and I just
Oh,
that
okay.
movie is just so good. Like there's parts they had to kind of cut out because there were things that were said that were kind of a little on the nose, but they were legit things that were said. But
Mm-hmm.
I love that movie, Tora Tora Tora, and like a
Nice.
second one. The second one below that is Patton is a good one, but I also like the movie Equilibrium that has Kristen Bale in it,
Okay.
and
Yeah.
it's T.J. Diggs or something like that. Really, really awesome movies.
What'd you think of Pearl Harbor?
I did not like that at all.
Really? Why?
Um,
Because it's too lovey-dovey. Because of
Well,
Ben is Affleck, wasn't it? You didn't like Affleck.
it really is because of Ben Affleck. Yeah, no, it's just like
Oh,
that movie was like it was too Hollywood, if that makes any sense. Like you didn't have to
long.
go full
It was
Hollywood.
long.
Effects
Yeah,
were great. I'll give it that,
yeah,
but it wasn't. It was putting people in places that really weren't there. Like it was just like here, let's just stick these fictional people, put them in this real situation. I would
right,
rather it be more of kind of like a slice of life kind of documentary kind of. Here's
right.
this sergeant that was really there. It's based on him loosely. They could do something like that, but I don't like that just sticking people in that don't belong in there.
Gotcha. Okay, understandable, understandable. It's Ben Affleck. It's all right. All
Yeah.
right, nice, very good choice, very good choice. So, um, good sir, where do you see Transformers in 5 years?
So if they keep heading in the direction they're heading right now,
Mm-hmm.
then that has what Takara are doing, where they're trying to they're catering, they're listening to fans, they're listening to now fans don't always have the best ideas. Certainly they don't have the best business sense, that's for
That is
sure.
true. That is true.
But we do have money and we do keep this brand alive. And if they keep heading in this direction with, they're focusing their masterpiece, they're focusing their main lines, and they're blending things together from other universes and kind of giving everybody a little piece of the pie. I see this becoming like a whole nother like renaissance of Transformers. I could see another 86 style animated movie. I see
There's
that in
rumors.
2 years.
I've heard rumors there have been rumors that there might be a, or that actually they're going to do. I think the writer of one of the Toy Stories or something is doing something with the '86 movie.
Yeah, I think because they're using AllSpark Studios, I think that multimedia
Mm,
thing they have, right?
yeah.
I think that is definitely something they could definitely do.
Hmm.
That would be amazing to see. Because I'll tell you this, like I was born in '84, so I was born like right when Transformers was there. But my brother was older
Yeah.
than me. He got me into Transformers. He told me the whole story and everything. So I'm
Okay.
not quite, a G1er, as people say, or whatever. I'm
Hmm.
more of a G2er because that Generation 2 was my Transformers, but I knew
Yeah.
of Generation 1.
Yeah.
And I never got to see the movie until like on a Family Home Entertainment VHS tape like years
Yeah.
later. And
I had
so when
that
I get
tape.
so when I got to see it in the theaters, and I brought like 20 people with me that had like 18 of them had no idea what Transformers was.
Yeah.
Like
Well,
they
that
may have known
was
what
that
it
just
was.
recent? Was that just
Yeah,
recent?
that
Because
was
I took me and my wife
2020.
went and watched it. Yeah, they had a one night
Yes,
event.
yes.
Yes, me and my wife
I
went to
grabbed as
it.
many people as I could. I paid some of them. I paid for their tickets, and I was just like, "Dude, you
Oh,
guys are coming with me. We're supporting this." And
yeah.
I've seen the movie a million times,
Oh
and
yeah.
see it
Of
on the
course.
big screen is a huge,
Oh
huge
yeah.
deal.
It was fun.
In addition to that, everybody else was just like, "That is a weird ass movie."
It was. I mean, say,
Because
my wife didn't. She was like, she clocked out about an hour or about 30 minutes into it, and she went outside and everything. But I was just like, this is awesome. This is really awesome.
yeah, my girl, she would fall asleep when we're trying to watch the movie, right? But when in the theater she couldn't fall asleep. She loves
Yeah.
Grimlock. She loved
Oh,
all
that's
the like
good.
me Grimlock,
Yeah.
King, like me
Awesome.
Grimlock kick butt. Like she loved all of that, right?
Yeah.
And so she finally got to see it. But if you look at it from a non-Transformer fan and look at the movie, it's an hour and a half. It is at a breakneck pace. So many
Yeah.
things happen.
A lot of
If you
stuff.
don't know who
Yeah.
the characters are, you're lost, right?
Yeah, it was basically a new way to bring in new toys and everything. So, and
Yeah,
thinking of stuff that they could do. Like I said, we got an announcement the Netflix series is coming in July, end of July. Are you excited for that? Because I am. I'm really excited.
absolutely. Yeah,
Awesome.
totally excited for it. I mean, it's 6 episodes, 22 minutes, right? That's two
Yeah.
hours. So we're basically getting a movie with
Yeah.
G1 styling in it. And if it's as gritty as it looks just in that first trailer, the second trailer, I don't know about that desert scene. That makes me think of like, that doesn't make any sense to me on Cybertron. The Sea of Rest, maybe a beach or something,
Yeah.
but
Maybe.
it looks a little, there's not enough background there. So,
Yeah.
but that said, and that I think this is going to be what we've been asking for a while, what we've kind of been wanting.
I
They're
hope
going to give
so.
us to us,
I
and
hope so.
we're gonna find out how. Because see, here's the thing: everybody that's out there watching, listening, because all the 13 people watching, right? Like if we
Yeah, I
all
try to bring
watch
them
it,
in.
if we all watch it the first week on Netflix, Netflix always rates their shows by like the first 2 weeks. But if we all watch it the first week and we keep watching it over and over again, then that will be a super popular thing that Netflix will say,
I hope
hey,
so.
we want to order more shows next season.
Oh, I hope so. I hope they have some more season. Definitely. I think it's going to be. I think it's going to open up more avenues for more Netflix series and everything. And I'm glad it's on Netflix because they can do more stuff than they could do on like on Cartoon Network or something like that. And everything.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm excited. I'm really excited. I'm going to watch it. I'm going to watch it a couple times and. I got to support the brand and everything. And if it's bad, then I'm going to give it a bad rating. But I'm hoping it's some good things.
I don't think it will be bad though. I am worried about the zombie Transformers. I feel like that's a Prime thing with the Dark Energon. That's probably the only negative
Yeah.
thing I've had to say so far. But everything else just looks great. I mean, I would
Yeah.
love Peter Cullen to be Optimus Prime, but I am very much concerned of,
I would
knock on
too.
wood. I'm
You
very
know.
concerned with him not being around because that will be a sad day.
Yeah, it is, and he's older, and so it's Frank Welker and everything. But, we all grew up that, but if the voice actor can, the voice actors that do them can be strong, and everything. Because I think it will make it. I
Oh
think
yeah.
Peter will be happy and everything with all that stuff.
Well,
So very cool.
the voice actor that's doing Bumblebee and doing the voice actress that's doing Alita 1, they're very interactive with the fans right now. They're
Oh, really?
they're
Okay.
our age, right?
Yeah.
And they are on Instagram and they're very interactive with the
Oh,
Transformers
good.
community. They
Good.
enjoy it. So
They need to promote the crap out of this. I know they're excited. Awesome. That's good. That was
absolutely.
good. I like that. That's good stuff, man. I like that. All right. So, what type of collector are you? Are you a mint and sealed box collector, or do you like to display your stuff and just transform it once, put it up there, or do you like to grab your stuff off the shelf and play around with it a little bit, so to speak?
So I do all of that. And
Okay.
here's the problem is that the reason why I do all of that is because I collected when I got the Siege stuff, I actually out bought my display space. So I ended
Mhm.
up with boxes on the floor.
Oh yeah, I
So
got tons of stuff on the floor.
so it's just like I ran out of space, and so like I kept trying to buy shelves. Well, every time I'd buy a shelf, there'd be more figures to get, right?
Well,
So
yeah,
I
of
so I ended
course.
up creating that display. It's kind of eating itself, right?
Yeah. Oh, it is.
And a shelf only costs like at Walmart what like the price of a Voyager, but I just
20,
bought like
20,
6
25.
other
Yeah.
Voyagers, right? So it's like I could have
Yeah.
bought the shelf, but I didn't.
You have to build them too and everything. That really sucks. But yeah, a good bookshelf will be around for Walmart for like 25. I got a bunch of them when I didn't have what I have right now. I had a bunch of them from Big Lots, and they were like 20, $25 or something like
Hmm.
that. They were fine. They
Yeah,
were
that's
good.
just particle board, as all these shelves are nowadays.
Yeah, that's all
Um,
it is.
but one thing I'll say is about like I've gotten more shelves, and it just seems like I keep kind of running out of that space. But I
Hmm.
do kind of have an idea of kind of how it would get set up. Like, because I forgot to mention this. Obviously, I collect Jurassic Park. You got Crimson Raptors
Of
here.
course. Of course.
Um, you
Yeah.
know, Terminator, Aliens, Robotech,
Hmm.
Macross, Marvel, Godzilla, and Mobile Suit Gundam. Like I collect all that stuff. So really, the shelves I have, like in my animation studio, because I do stop motion animation, like I have those are lined all the way around the studio. And I need to do a collection
Ooh,
tour one of these days, but after I
I
get
do
it like
too.
set up and displayed.
Yeah.
Um, but see, like I have all the Beast Wars, right? I love Beast Wars now. When I
Oh,
first watched it, I didn't like it, but I loved it after I started
yeah.
watching it, right?
Oh, yeah. It's a good
Um,
show. Yeah.
but I have all the vanilla Beast Wars, like Beast Wars Neo, Beast Wars Second, like all the Beast modes, no
Hmm.
Transmetals, no Transmetal 2s or
Yeah.
nothing. And so I would like to put like a jungle kind of or a rocky outcrop or inside the Axelon. I would like kind of a diorama kind of display like that in those shelves.
Oh yeah, oh, that'd be pretty cool, dude. I would love. People are always asking me to do an updated. My first video I ever did was the tour of my room, and I
Hmm.
would love to do it updated. I just don't have any room. There's everything. I got stuff on the floor. I'm reviewing stuff, and it's just not a pretty sight and everything. So once I get everything situated, I will do another room tour and everything. I'm hoping we're moving too, so if I can move to another house, then I'll definitely do a room tour and
Yeah,
everything. So very,
yeah.
very cool.
Well,
All
see,
right.
but I mean, you see, like I can't do like the floating shelf thing because the where I live, like the house isn't like as tall as ceilings, right? So
Mm-hmm.
you
Oh,
can
okay.
keep going up.
Yeah.
I can't. I'm maxed out at like a billy shelf and a couple of shelves above that, and then it's done.
Oh, really?
So
Okay. Well, I have five. I think 5 layers of everything, and I have to use because I'm short. Everybody knows. I have to use a ladder to even get on top of the first on the top thing. So, it's fine. Like I said, if I do get a new house, if we move and everything, I'm definitely going to do another room tour or something like that. Kind of thing. But I'm excited. If you do one, I'm definitely gonna. Are you gonna? If you do it live, I'll definitely be there and watch it and everything. It'll be pretty
I
cool.
didn't think about doing it live until you just mentioned that. That's actually like a
Yeah.
good idea. That
Yeah.
would be.
Everybody loves
I bet
live stuff.
that would be like a
Live.
fantastic dumpster fire, right?
There you go. It's always it's everything's live. Everything everything go wrong and I know everything.
See, see, I think
Whatever.
I know it's been like a little over a year and a half, but like when Siege came out, when I got that Siege Optimus Prime, I was just like, I got that out of the box. I could not stop transforming it for like a month and a
Yeah,
half.
it's a
It's
fun
so
transformation.
much fun.
Yeah.
Now Earthrise, I like his look in robot mode more. I do
Hmm.
Transformers from time to time, but I do like his robot look. But with Siege, I still can't. He's like, I hadn't had that much fun with a Transformer since Generation 2 Optimus Prime. Like,
Damn.
I can't believe it's been that long, right? Because you got your shell
Yeah.
formers and you got your
Oh yeah.
your your quick flip change, like Rat
Yeah.
Trap and stuff from the original Beast Wars. But Siege Optimus Prime is like that's something that's just a marvel of
I think
engineering.
Earthrise. I think Earthrise transformation is pretty good too. The Optimus. I love the way the chest and everything does there. That is pretty good. I think it's a good
Absolutely,
transformation. They're
yeah.
both great transformers. I think that. But that's just me.
And our buddy Input, he's if he's still here in the chat, he had mentioned that like those
Who?
little tires on the back.
Oh yeah, the
um,
butt tires. You can take the butt tires off, man. That's pretty
yeah,
cool.
you can take them off, but
Yeah.
that's a Studio Ox reference too.
Oh, is it?
Um,
Well,
and I was like, that's really like way out of left field and that's definitely a Takara saying, hey, let's make a Studio Ox Earthrise Prime.
I think only reason why people know input is because he has beautiful hair. That's about it. That's just the only. I don't know if
Watch him
he's
like
even here
not be in the
anymore.
chat anymore.
He's probably not, but it's fine. He'll watch it later, I guess. Or if he don't, it's fine. It is fine. All right, awesome. So, moving on to what is your favorite TV show that is non-transformer related?
Well, it was The Walking Dead.
Man, what they did with the last episode, man, that pissed me off, and I'm just like, come on now.
I don't know, man. I don't know what they're thinking. They've gone a totally different direction. Like horror survival, it's very easy to do. Do that.
Yeah.
It
I
turned
just
into a soap opera with one zombie.
Yeah, I mean, it's just not. It's not about the zombies anymore, to be honest. It's just,
Yeah.
I want it every season. I want it to get better, but it's like there's so much they can do. Because okay, we find more people. They hate us. All right, let's go to war with them. Next season, all right, we find more bad people. Let's go to war with them. It's just like
Yeah.
it's the same rehashed thing, and I
And
think it's taking me away from the zombies. I want to know what happened. I know they're not going to do that because they already said that, but I want to know why it started and how it started.
yeah, yeah. And that's kind of like you always want to know that genesis of it, right? Like they could easily
Yes.
do that with a movie because
Yes.
that kind of fills in those gaps, right? Like you want to
Yes.
know where
Gaps.
Optimus Prime came from, right? So you got War Dawn in the
Yes.
original series. So it's
Yes.
like, give us that genesis of it, like the very start. What happened? Was it because we know it's connected to Breaking Bad, right? Because they show the blue meth and all that stuff in there.
Hmm.
So like it's the same universe, AMC, like they're all connecting all these little things there, right? But and even if it's not, that's fine. But it's still the whole thing is like I think they diversified too much. Like Fear the Walking Dead, I think took viewers away.
Yeah,
Um,
I tried. I watched the first 3 seasons, and after that, I clocked out.
yeah, the first two were terrible. The third season was good, and then the fourth, and then they just haven't known. They don't know
I
what
don't
they're
know what
gonna
they're
do.
doing. I don't know what they're doing anymore. I don't know
I
what
don't even
season
know
they're
if it's
on.
even on anymore. So
I think it is. I don't. I think they're on for the fifth season or something. I don't know. I just
well, then they
lost.
wanted to do what they want to do this teenager Walking Dead, right? Like the how do the teens handle the Walking Dead? I was like, well, what do we need to know that for?
We
That's a
don't.
terrible
We
spinoff.
don't. It's just going to be another soap opera. It's going to be a drama thing with them fighting each other. With hey, you texted my boyfriend. Oh no, there's a zombie. I'm like, ugh, stop it. Emojis are just like, oh my god, I'm being stupid.
Well,
I'm just
I know that like Robert Kirkman, the writer, like he said, the writer creator, like he was saying that, he had written his comic series to end when they got to Alexandria, like when they're out there on the outside, right? Like
Yeah,
that's where, hey, Larkin's in the chat.
he's
But
leaving
that's
because he's in
where,
paradise.
yeah, driving
Uh,
around Hawaii on the beaches. But no, like it was going to end at Alexandria there. That's the end of the story, right? And then they were like, no, your books are selling like crazy. We need to make more story. Well, so then these are the rest of the stories he makes, right?
yeah,
Negan, I feel, should have been like a character
I like Negan.
a
I like
couple more
Negan.
seasons later. I like him too, but I think they did him at the wrong. I think he should have taken out Daryl. I think that would have been a better person to have for
Ooh,
to have taken out.
ooh, I don't
Because
know.
then it made
There would have
everybody
been
hate him.
writing.
Oh yeah,
That would have been some
yeah.
writing if they take out Daryl. I'm just telling you right now.
And I thought they were going to, but they didn't. And so the whole thing is like when that happened, when they didn't do that, they wanted to save it till the next season. You ruined your whole fan base. Like they were all upset. And then you finally get to see who does die, and it's just like they should have done Daryl. They should have done it.
Man,
So,
I don't know about that. I don't know if anybody's agree with that. I think you're on your own on that. I like Daryl. I think Daryl's a great character. I
well,
think
no, I do too. But if you want to make sure that you always hate Negan, Daryl should have been the one that he should have killed.
oh, yeah, that's true. That's
100%.
true.
Because
I like
Glenn
Negan. I
was
want.
us.
Yeah, yeah, that's true. I
He
give it.
was us in the show. Yeah.
I want Negan. I mean, I like where Negan's going right now with his character. I think it's good. I'm glad that he killed. I don't want to give any spoilers out because anybody watch it, but I mean, it's just the same. It's like I said, it's the same. Like I said, we find a new people. They're bad. We gotta kill them. But it's just like,
Right.
make something new. But anyways, awesome, awesome, awesome. So, who is your favorite comedian?
Dave Chappelle.
Okay, that's a great one. That's a
Hands
good
down.
choice.
He is there's been comedians and stuff I listened to, Jerry Seinfeld and just kind of here and there and stuff like that. But it's just like if I really look over all the comedians I've really ever watched over a long period of time, Dave Chappelle is consistently always making me laugh. And
definitely.
And it's just like I think he may be like because there's like what was it, George Carlin, Eddie Murphy, Steve Martin, all these from the 80s, 90s, stuff like that. And it's just like I feel like Dave Chappelle is like our generation's George Carlin.
I've heard
like
that.
Different comedy type, all right, but like he's giving you like funny moral lessons.
Jesus Christ! Sorry. My dog is snoring. Like I have headphones on, I can hear my dog snoring. Sorry, go on. I apologize. I'm sorry. Go on.
No, that's what I was saying. Is like I really think that his comedy really works well. It's just so funny. Like ever since the Chappelle show, like it's just
that's funny.
It's too hilarious.
It's a good show. That's a good choice. I mean, I think that's probably at least top 5 for everybody that loves comedians. I think he would be in, especially maybe even top 3, probably, to be honest. And he's class. I think he'll be around for a long time. And I watched his specials.
Can you think of any others like that have that longevity? I can't even think of any others.
Man, for me personally, if Bernie Mac would still be alive, I think he would be. I love Bernie Mac. I love just his. I've said this every time I've done this on the show. His expression, just his eyes bulging out, his just popping out, just the way he comes across in his comedy. I mean, when I watched him back with he was on Martin Lawrence's show. What was it called?
No,
it was HBO. They had the HBO comedian special. Somebody's going to tell me in the comments, but he was on there. I mean, and his movies, and everything. It's just him. His personality, which is freaking Kings of Comedy. I can watch Kings of Comedy all the time with him and Cedric and Steve Harvey. D.L. Hughley, I mean, I can take it, leave him, but them three was hilarious. Well, dude, when Steve Harvey is talking about the Titanic, and when Cedric the Entertainer was talking about if people start running, other people are going to start running too, and everything. It's just, and then Bernie Mac with the milk and cookies and his kids. I mean, it was jumping on my damn couch. I mean, it is so. If anybody has not watched Kings of Comedy, Please go watch that. I have it on DVD, and I could watch that every freaking day and laugh my ass off. Oh my gosh, it's funny. But Dave Chappelle, his stuff he's been doing lately, with the Netflix series and everything, I love it. It's hilarious. I think it's edgy, but it's true. I mean, most of it is just true. I mean, what he speaks is the truth, and it's funny, and I just love it. It's good stuff. That's a good choice, man. I think, like I said,
I
he'd be in the
agree.
top 5 for everybody. So, but yeah, definitely go check out Dave Chappelle's Netflix stuff, and definitely go check out Kings of Comedy because it's hilarious. All right, awesome. So moving on, almost done. Sorry, I've been taking too much of your time. I didn't mean to do that, Mr. Raptors. Uh,
No, man.
if
So like,
you could,
hey, I'm good until like 6:30. So
okay, yeah, you have a show.
if
I
you want to
forgot
pull
you
a
have an
4 hours,
important, podcast to do. I am so sorry. Excuse me. Oh, no, I was kidding. So if you,
do we want to drop that right now?
oh yeah. Everybody, he's on another podcast with some other people. Nobody important, but if you want to go watch it, Tales of Teletron. Whatever. It's hit and miss most of the time. I just watch it
Tales
for
from
the hair.
Teletran.
Yeah, I just watched it for the hair and
Hey,
everything. No, that's a input stuff.
you always have. We always keep a spot open for you. You know that, right?
I know. I understand that. And if I may go, I may be on tonight. Who knows? I don't know.
Yeah,
Who will
we
see?
can do it.
Um. What was I going to? Oh, okay. What question were you on? Okay. Oh, there we go. Sorry, I forgot which question we on. I'm like, what? Okay. So if you could make a character, if you could make any character, what type of personality would they have? What would he or she turn into? And would they be an Autobot, Decepticon, a Predacon, or Maximal, or something, anything else? What other faction you want to have? G2, anything? What would you? What kind of character would you make? As far as
Man, I'm not going to remember all of that.
just okay. Would it be what would they turn into, and would they be a bad guy or a good guy? There you go.
I'm just messing with you, man.
Personality. What kind of personality would they have?
So I would, like, it's tough because it's like I feel like it would be easier making a brand new character if it's in the Beast Wars universe.
Okay.
But if you had G1, there's so many personalities there that they end up being like a blend of them all, right?
Mm-hmm.
I would say I would like another type of like maybe another Omega Supreme type character.
Okay, that's not bad.
But somebody who's maybe more. And this is really just off the top of my head, but maybe somebody that maybe like transforms into kind of like a munitions base, kind of like how Overlord does, but on the Autobot side.
Yeah. Okay.
And like maybe the reason why we don't see characters like what's his name from the Wreckers, the guy with Iron Fist, like we don't see Iron Fist, Crosshairs, all the weapons manufacturers, like they're all hanging out with this guy, right? Like whatever his name would be. So
yeah,
Overloadus Explodus or something.
I like that. That's not a bad choice at all. I would love another military. Are you talking a military base or something, or like
something like that, like a smaller, better version of Fortress Maximus's battle base.
Okay. All right. Very nice. Very nice. Hey, Input says he's going to send me an invite tonight, so I'm going to ignore it. So
sweet.
I'm ignoring it.
You just go ahead and just hit that drop down and hit block. That's what you do.
Already did. I unsubbed to Input, and I'm not going to take his calls anymore. So I love.
Man, we got people. We got people in here. Send Bay reviews. He's on the other side of the world there in Germany. What is going on?
We got Sam too. We got Sam. He's over in England, so that's awesome.
See,
we got Jay. I've never seen Jay. He said he wants one to turn into a taco truck. He can't lose with that. I mean, that's awesome.
If Jay, if you add chimichangas, Deadpool crossover, there you go, man.
Nice. I would love to turn into a taco truck. I'm about as big as a taco truck, but I would learn to turn into one. That'd be pretty cool.
I'd end up eating my own Energon. Like,
I'm eating myself. Come on now. All right. So, moving on. Very good. That was a good response. Very nice. I like that one. Who would you like to have as a leader other than Prime and Megatron?
Ultra Magnus. 100% Ultra Magnus for the Autobots. Prime gave it to him. He did a great. Now I'm going to say something controversial. Ultra Magnus did a great job as leader of the Autobots in the movie. Okay, he did. He did.
Okay.
He just couldn't bend down far enough to grab the Matrix faster than Hot Rod. So I get that. He was worried. He was nervous. It didn't fit quite well. I totally understand. Dude, it's his first time putting the Matrix.
He did situate. I mean, was it him? Yeah, he tried to situate it into his chest. Okay. All right.
Sometimes it might not always work the first time. You got to try. You got to put that Matrix in a little different way. You know. But what if he did it backwards? What if Prime handed it to him backwards? Prime's half dead. He doesn't know what he's throwing out.
That's true. He looked drunk. I mean, he was drinking a little bit.
But here's my big thing. Like when they're on the Junkion, right, and they're trying to double back to the shuttle, obviously it gets blown up. It's not going to work. But he is protecting. Now, I'm not talking about some, deleted scene in the script or something where they had little dummy Autobot decoys that were there. I'm talking about he's running around with the Autobots. Daniel and the rest of them are. Perceptor and Springer and the rest of them, RC and Cup. Like he shoots the cliff, that little cave that they're in, right? He shoots the top of that cave, so they are protected. He is standing by himself in front of Galvatron, Cyclonus, and all the rest of the Decepticons there, and he's taking them on. And he goes out badly, but he made sure that not a single one of his Autobots were touched after his death.
Yeah, but why try to open the Matrix for that little time? And
because he doesn't know. He doesn't know. Like, what's this Unicron thing? Who's these new Decepticons? Maybe the Matrix is telling them, hey, there's dark energy coming from these characters, these three guys right here. Like something's not right. And he, and plus it's in the script, but it's like he did everything he could. If he had a space shuttle mode, he would have taken off and led them away from the Junkion. That's the only other thing he could have done.
That's true.
But I would love that. I love him to be the leader for sure. In fact, I wouldn't mind him being like the leader if Optimus Prime. Because my headcanon is that when Prime left, Ultra Magnus was the leader of the Autobots, like an auto base and stuff like that on Cybertron, leading the Resistance, but they're all splintered everywhere, right? Because Shockwave's sending out his drones everywhere. But I think that's also what would make Shockwave a good Decepticon leader, and he's been leader several times. But
that was a segue. I like that. Yeah. You went from... I see you what you're doing. That was good. He's like, that's why I would have Shockwave. Like, what?
Yep. And because you can still have Starscream there, messing with Shockwave, screwing up his experiments, screwing up his ideas. Because, Starscream's a loose cannon, right? So there you go. You still have that.
But, yeah. Golly, no hope at all. He would never be a good one. But I think people have mentioned Shockwave. Definitely Ultra Magnus, would be a good one. And so what I did a throwback Thursday on Red Garden thing. So they fixed up Ultra Magnus, just like that. They rubbed some, mineral oil on him or something like that, and he was good to go. Yeah. Why couldn't they do it with everybody else? Just Ultra Magnus?
So here's what's going on.
Is it your theory? Is this your theory, or it?
Yes, this is a total plausible theory.
Okay.
Optimus Prime was shot mortally. Like you look at Beast Wars Dinobot, right? Oh, spoilers. Beast Wars Dinobot shot mortally, right? Went way past stasis lock. Like he's just like, look, I went past all the safety things. Nothing's getting repaired. I'm spewing out this and that. Optimus Prime the same way. He's so mortally wounded and everything, shot multiple times in the same spot by Megatron.
That's true. And Hot Rod too. And Hot Rod. He got shot by Hot Rod too.
Yeah, he should have just shot. Input.
Shut up, Prime. Just shooting. Shut up.
Yeah, it's like that show. Hot Rod should have said, "Do it, Prime. Do it." It's like,
stop talking. Stop talking, Prime. Just shoot him. But Ultra Magnus exploded. He's like, boom, like that. Come on now.
Well, see, but look, okay, so here's the thing. Optimus Prime, he turns gray. Ratchet is dead. Wheeljack's dead. Yeah. There's nobody there that knows how he works, right? Perceptor was always kind of hack way, and he was kind of just going through the motions, he knew how to shrink down microchips and stuff, but he's like, look, I don't know I'm not really a medical professional here.
Yeah, so it's just true. That's true. Nobody was there. I can understand that. But, I wish through the movie they would have shown everybody getting killed, like Ratchet. We saw. Well, I'm sorry, they did. I'm sorry, they showed Ratchet. I'm duh.
Yeah.
I'm talking about
But you
other
mean like
characters.
Mirage and Trailbreaker
If
and Hustler.
Sunstreaker, and
Yeah.
Grapple. I want all those people done and everything. That would have been pretty sweet to see that and everything. But
They had that. They had that in the one of the scripts was like a charge of the Light Brigade. Front Dilly said.
was it just? I think Devastator killed a bunch of them, didn't they?
Yeah, it killed the Constructicons when they got blown apart by Ultra Magnus, Sideswipe, Trax, and Red Alert. Red Alert's one of my favorite Autobots, and so he gets killed in there, which sucks.
Yeah.
But a lot of them were getting killed. Mirage was going to get shot by Megatron when he's flying around while the city is transforming.
Okay.
But a lot of them had a charge of the Light Brigade thing, when they were making the final push, and Megatron was making his big push back. So it was kind of be around that kind of situation.
Okay.
I like how the movie turned out. It did. I think they could have littered the bodies when they're leaving, in Astro Train and stuff. You were supposed to see stuff like Trailbreaker leaning over, shot to death over a ridge and stuff. You were supposed to see a bunch of other Autobots there. They just didn't add those in. So
yeah, that would have been pretty cool.
But yeah,
that would have been awesome. Anyway,
I think that would have. So Ultra Magnus, so it gets torn apart, right? And there's explosions here and there, but he doesn't turn the gray color. He doesn't turn into alternate universe Prime. Right?
Yeah, he just died. I understand.
Something weird about the Junkion atmosphere. That would be where my excuse would be. And I don't like the Minimus Ambus thing for Ultra Magnus at all. By the way, I don't like that idea at all.
Mentality asked, "Where were the other combiners?" I think didn't they do the scat or what was it? Scramble City. Didn't that explain where everything was? I think Japan did their own little take on their movie, and I think was it Scramble City? What they called it?
Yeah, well, so that was in between both the season 2 episode of Bot and then the movie, and so that's when they build Metroplex and everything, and
okay,
so they were all there. It doesn't really explain where they went. Of course, the real explanation is that they were making the movie about halfway through season 1 and season 2, so they just didn't have all those voice actors panned out.
Well, they didn't have
right. They didn't even have those. All they had was Devastator. Right. If they could redo it, obviously they would have stuck in Bruticus and everybody. I like Dreamwave's explanation, where they were off at the Ark. They were battling at the Ark. I do like that a little bit.
Sentinel said that. Sentinel said they were busy defending the Ark. Now, if they would off of the '86 movie, if you think they redid the movie and they added all that stuff in, do you think the fans would welcome it to see all the other stuff going on?
So it's funny you say that. There is a guy on YouTube, and I don't know his name. I can't think of it, but it was a while back. But he had taken, the Rumble Frenzy, Ravage, Rat-Bat, Eject. When they're out there and you see 2 Rumbles or 2 Frenzies, depending on your point of view, he changed their colors and he made it with the animation. It took him a long time, but he made it so that they looked right. And then time on the attack on the shuttle, when you see Starscream has the gun, has Megatron in his gun mode, but then there's another shot of Starscream, but that's actually supposed to be Skywarp. So he recolored both of those scenes so they look correct, as well as when Rewind and Eject came out of Blaster, he made sure that those colors stayed the different, so they weren't going back and forth between blue and black. So I think if you were to do a movie like that and redo some of those things, I think that would make a bigger impact, and then add in scenes as well. So I think it would be welcomed, because
I think it would be too.
Yes, there's animation errors, but honestly, people would love to have seen it how it was intended, if that makes any sense.
Yeah, if Snarl would have been around, because Snarl was at the battle one time, and then he's not singing for the rest of the.
Snarl's one of my favorite Dinobots because I love Stegosaurus, and he was there when. Oh no, Slags is the Triceratops.
No, I'm saying that's my favorite one. I love the Triceratops.
Oh yeah. So Snarl was there when Daniel's crying about, well, what about my dad on Moonbase 2? So he was there. He was also in robot mode in the Quintesson shuttle when they came down, but you have to pause it to find it. Otherwise, he's there. But here's the other thing, why Snarl wasn't in the movie, right? Did you ever watch that BotCon presentation or whatever?
I don't think I did, but I don't remember why he was there.
I think it was BotCon. I don't think it was TFCon. But the whole thing is, and I think it was by the guy that does the Space Bridge, that Transformer fan. I think he's over in Britain or whatever. Anyway, so he had gotten a hold of the movie Bible, pieces of it and stuff, and What had happened is they had lost Snarl's character sheet, like
Oh, did they?
the one that has all the views and the alt modes and everything.
Yeah.
They lost it, and so they lost it in the middle of the production, because if you watch the hero tape, that had like the like the trailer promotion, like the 4 minute where Ultra Magnus has Diachrome colors and stuff,
Mm-hmm.
like Snarl is there in robot mode. Like he's
Yeah.
clearly they knew how to draw him. Well, they lost the sheet, and I'm sure probably what happened is it fell behind like a desk or something, right? And because they all have them push pinned up on a wall, that just totally makes sense, right? So they couldn't find it; it was lost. They didn't know how to draw Snarl. So if they don't know how to draw Snarl, then they don't draw him, right? Because he won't match the other characters.
Yeah.
I know it's a totally weak excuse, right?
Just
But
use Google. Why did they Google him? Oh wait,
they didn't have the internet back then. Al Gore hadn't invented it yet, right?
That's true. That's true.
So they had, if you watch the movie, and you see the Dinobots, and you watch where Swoop is, if you notice, like Swoop always seems to have, like, there's room enough there for Snarl to be there when they jump out of the shuttle. There's room for Snarl could be right next to Swoop. Somebody could animate it in. I don't know why nobody's done it yet, but they could totally do it. He's there because you have Grimlock on his own animation cell, and then you have Slag and Sludge on another one, and you have Swoop by himself, where they could have drawn in Snarl, but they didn't know how, right? So they could have done that. They left room for him, thinking that, hey, if we ever find the model sheet, we'll put him back in. But they didn't find the model sheet till it was like way later.
God dang it, man!
Because then he showed up in season 3.
Dude, you're a nerd, man. Straight.
Totally, right?
Everybody's calling you a nerd. Kato called you a nerd and everything. I know you weren't talking to me, Kato.
But see, if you watch if you read the script, like constantly does Rod Friedman and Flint Dille, they say the Dinobots, right? And they don't ever say the 5 Dinobots or the 4 Dinobots. Like they just say the Dinobots. So it doesn't list a number there. So that also prevents animation directors from saying, hey, we should have 5 guys here. Like 6 Constructicons, 5 Combaticons, stuff like that. So.
Well, they had them in there. They could have. Anyway, that's beside. Anyways, that's a good explanation. My God, that took a little detour that I thought it wouldn't take and everything. But that's cool. That's awesome. Awesome.
Hey, did we get a question from Sentinel Bay?
I don't think we got any questions. I don't think.
Oh,
I got one more. Did we get a question?
Yeah. Sentinel Bay Review says, if you could pick one character from the movie and make it survive, who would it be and why?
Oh, Starscream. Come on now. That's just me. I cried. I cried more when Starscream died than Brian did. But that's just
I really want Optimus Prime to be if Optimus. I would have liked Optimus Prime to have been the one to destroy Unicron. How big of an impact do you think that would have made on the fandom?
I don't know. It would have been a good impact because. That everybody. When you mention Transformers, that's the first person you usually mention is Optimus Prime. So I think I think kids would have and it was back then. That was I told everybody that was a big shock. That would have been Hasbro would have been bombarded, and they were. I mean, parents were sending letters and everything saying, "Why'd you make my kid cry? This is their hero, and you just killed off all the heroes." So they were bombarded with a lot of letters, because they didn't have email or anything like that back then. But I think it would have been a positive thing if he would have still been later. I mean, do you think he would have been out of place with the new crew, like with Blur and Magnus and all that stuff? Do you think he would have been out?
Absolutely not. No, I don't think it would, because you have to. What they didn't realize at the time, they're looking at it as like, hey, we're paying licensing fees on these, trucks and Lamborghinis and stuff. This is getting expensive. We need to make vehicles, because that the thing about the two, in the year 2000.
That's a good point, man.
Yeah, see, those vehicles I've never thought were Cybertronian modes. I've always thought that's what they thought 2005 vehicles would look like. So those are like the future cars, right? So those are like the Nissans and stuff at that time.
They had no license. Yeah, they had no license, and that makes a good point. And why Takara and Hasbro has not made any more of the '86 movie? They made Ultra Magnus, but you can make Springer. You could, they do have RC coming, but they could do, all of those Galvatron, the Sweep, Scourge, because they had no licensing. So why they have not made a masterpiece
And
figure of any
Dinobots.
of those. Yeah, the
Dinosaurs are
Dinobots.
public
They
domain.
did Grimlock, and everybody. I know everybody's been waiting for 10 plus years. They're never going to do it probably, but they could have made all of the Dinobots
Oh
easily.
yeah, oh yeah.
But
And then
Hasbro, you hurt me
that's the
sometimes.
thing. Like, so they're trying to look at a way to not have a license. Well, I don't know if they really ever paid a license for Optimus Prime because he's kind of a mishmash of vehicles.
A mishmash
Even
truck.
as
Mishmash
yeah,
truck.
yeah. So I think that they could have. I mean, imagine what if he comes out of Unicron and he uses the Matrix power and becomes Power Master Optimus Prime? Like,
Oh, ooh.
how crazy would that have been in the movie? And
Eh,
I don't like
that would have been pretty
Galvatron. I don't
cool.
like Galvatron at all. I love Leonard Nimoy. I would have liked him to have been like an old Decepticon leader or a warlord lost or something like that. But I never thought Megatron becoming Galvatron made any sense. But when I found out about Transformers Battlestar, The Return of Convoy, and saw that Super Megatron, I was like, that's what I want Unicron to have formatted Megatron into.
Oh wait, that one's
Because
coming out now. That
exactly, yeah,
out?
that one.
Ooh.
So Megatron, he is so full of himself. I don't think he would ever allow himself to be renamed. He would just be like, "Behold your new body, Megatron," and then sell it as Super Megatron. It doesn't turn into a gun. It's a spaceship now, or it's a space gun, or it's a tank, or whatever, right? They could have gotten away with that.
Yeah, that's true. He's Michael Bay's Megatron. He's a spaceship. I think he turned into a spaceship. He turned into a truck. He turned
It was
into
a jet first, and then it was a tank. The tank in Revenge of the Fallen was badass looking, though.
yeah, the tank. And then
I like it.
Very nice, awesome. Well, dude, I got one more question. If you could have any theme song when you walked into a room, what would that be?
Instruments of Destruction by NRG,
Okay.
the uncensored version.
That's a good one. Not Staying Alive or anything like that, or Top Gun, or anything like that.
No, I mean, because there's plenty of other people that walk around with their phones and the music playing when they do that.
I do it when I go to work. I do that when I walk in.
Mine would be at least unique because it'd be like, what is that song from? From a 1986 TFTM Transformers.
Yeah. Transformer? What the hell is a Transformer? Oh, you know what a Transformer is. Come on, everybody knows what it is. Everything. That's a good choice. That's a really I like that. I would. Yeah, I wouldn't mind having that. I always said mine would be Nothing But a Good Time from Poison. That would be my walk-in thing.
That would be good. That would be good.
Me, everything. But anyways,
what about Nothing's Gonna Stand in Your Way? What about that one? That would
I
be
could
cool.
do that one. That's fine. Or Dare or anything. You Got the Touch. I mean, any of those songs off that album, I would walk into. Dare to Be Stupid. That'd be pretty cool.
Truthfully, yeah, I was scared to be stupid. Truthfully, like maybe when I walk in, like my real song would be Hunger, because then I'll like eat every taco and everything in that site.
I love tacos.
Every root beer, pizza. Like pizza is like something I just.
I think I'm having pizza tonight. I'm gonna order pizza. I think I'm at Pizza Hut. I love their stuffed crust pepperoni.
I love Domino's sausage and pepperoni, just plain old regular sausage and pepperoni. Hand tossed, gotta have it hand tossed.
I don't like Domino's anymore. But
if they make stuffed crust, then I have no reason to go to Pizza Hut.
I love stuffed crust.
Mazzio's has stuffed crust? Isn't that weird?
We don't have Mazzio's anymore, man. Mazzio's in Arkansas have all shut down. Yeah, I used to love. They had a good buffet too, but we don't have any Mazzio's anymore.
I know a lot of ours here in Oklahoma, and that they're like their franchises and stuff too. Like KFC. Like there's no real KFC corporate stores here.
Yeah, Taco Bell. Yeah, there's people own. Same with Chick-fil-A. A lot of people own different. Do you have CC's over there?
We do.
Ours,
I am shocked that they're able to stay open, but they have adjusted.
I like CC's, man. They're not I mean, for $5, usually their buffet is not that bad. But ours and where I live in, ours shut down. Now there is a couple in Little Rock and everything. But if I ever go by CC's, I don't mind a CC's pizza.
Dude, what about? Have you ever had? Okay, so CC's, right? Like the breadsticks. What do you remember they had as cheesy bread or breadsticks?
They were cut up. I remember like little squares or something, weren't they?
Okay, but they were cheesy on top, right? They weren't hard.
Yeah, they were just no.
Okay.
Yeah.
So nowadays they make the hard kind of long breadsticks. You have to actually ask them, I want the old style cheesy bread, and they'll make it for you.
Oh, really? Okay. It's been a minute since I've been. Like I said, ours closed down and everything. We have some others. We have we got Papa John's, Domino's, we got Pizza Hut.
And,
We got
man, Kato says CZ's is garbage. How do you kick somebody on here?
let me kick him. I can kick him out if you want me to. I don't mind. Because Cato's trash anyways. Whatever. Go check out his reviews, man. He's pretty good. He just put up a the Decepticon clones review. Go check that out. It's all right. It's fine. Everything. But we have
it was well photographed.
Was it
well photographed?
Eh, I said I was one of his favorite fans, or what did I say? I said something on there. I watch people's stuff and everything, but I don't really comment on the review. I just say something stupid like "thank you" or something like that. Now, so it's just thank you. I'm
Well,
trash.
it's easier just to type in "want to be YouTube friends." I mean, isn't that the best thing to
That is
say?
true. It's been a minute since I've had a YouTube friend reach out to me. They haven't reached out to me. I guess they don't like me anymore. But,
I think
that's fine.
YouTube kind of put the kibosh on that. I think they sent the bot against those bots.
Oh, did they? They sent the bots.
They Skynet the other bots.
Well, dude, it's been over 30 minutes like always, but I love it. It was a great time, dude. Man, thank you so much, man, for coming on. I really appreciate it. No problem. I do. It was an honor to have you on. It was, Mr. Skullface mentioned you today on a review, so I am just honored that you actually came onto my little show, and I appreciate that, man. I really do. No, I had a great time, man. It was a great time. I want to thank you, everybody. Well, tell everybody where they can find you. Like I said, I am going to put the link to your channel. Definitely go check out his channel, everything, sub, and all that wonderful stuff. But where they can find
yeah, that's just the youtube.com/user/CrimsonRaptors. It's super simple. If anybody hears it and wants to type it in later, but if they can find me on YouTube, obviously. I do stop motion animation. I do unboxings more recently, kind of doing those live. Those are a lot more fun live. I'm going to be doing reviews. I have some of those done. I just haven't put them up because I don't have a Windows 10 computer because I am about 12 years behind in technology. Go figure. But you can find me on Twitter where I make no posts except for about this, about our meeting. It's Twitter. It's a dumpster fire over there. But Instagram, you can find me on Instagram. And got a lot of cool people there and a really great community. Just really, really cool. But all of those are at Crimson Raptors. So Crimson like the dark red color, Raptors, Raptors. But you can also find me on my buddy Input's channel today on Saturdays, right? Every Saturday at, what is it? Input?
6 o'clock?
You think you would put something in. No, it's 7 to 9 p.m. Central Standard Time.
Man, 2 hours? God, I don't know if I can stand 2 hours.
Well, we don't always go 2 hours. We used to go 2 hours, but
Oh, okay.
But we figured out that if we go more than 2 hours, we can't pull it successfully and put it on other platforms. So anyway, but that will be on Input's channel in -PUT, and we'll be over there in what time is it now? 4 o'clock. So about 3 hours we'll be in.
Yeah. Awesome. Well, dude, once again, thank you so much. So I want to thank everybody for coming in. Like I said, taking time of your busy schedule this weekend. I really appreciate it and everything. Definitely go check out my stuff. Hit a like for me if you don't mind. Like, share, spread, and Care Bears. I'm doing another round 30 tomorrow. I got Mike Kincaid. If anybody knows that guy, I got him coming on tomorrow. I don't know what time yet.
Sweet.
But we're gonna figure out a time and everything, get him back on. I've had him on. I've had his wonderful girlfriend, the better half, Vanessa. I've had him on. Go check those out if you want to go back and see some good stuff around 30s and everything. But I'm gonna have him back on tomorrow. And next week I have some another guest lined up and see if we'll can get them on and everything. So very much thank you so much. Golly, I couldn't spit it out.
One more thing, Matt. I really do mean it. Like we talked about before, talked about it a little bit here. You are the glue of this little YouTube transmitter community. Man, you have brought all of us together with your around 30s, with your reviews, with your awesome photography. I mean, if you're not checking out Deluxe Baldwin's Instagram, people are missing out. I'm serious. I'm real serious. And if we get to go to TFCon Chicago, because I'm going there, Input's
I want to go.
It'll probably get canceled.
Yeah, but it's going to get canceled.
We're going to have 4 time, and I will promise you we will have 4 time. Everybody else, everybody skips you out on 4 time, but I promise you we will have 4 time.
we will. But yeah, thank you so much, man. Like I said, Crimson Raptors, definitely go check out stuff and everybody. And like I said, thank y'all so much for coming in. And I guess I'll see you on the next round 30. And as always, be good to yourself. Hell Hasbro, and good night, folks. Yay! Now this little awkward in broadcast thing.
Do 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 do.